Hey there, welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the No, that's not right. Not even close. Coming to you from Phil's living room in Cleveland. Well, no, that's not even right.
That's not even close either. Yeah. In the great suburban sprawl of Avon Lake, Ohio.
Yes, Avon Lake, Ohio. Hey, everyone.
Shores of beautiful Lake Erie, the greatest location in the nation.
He's not wrong.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. This is Liza, and this is the AMA Vintage Days podcast. Well, part one. There are so many stories to tell. I'll be telling more stories, but I wanted to share a show that we all recorded together. Here in the room with me, our humble narrator,
Phil Waters.
Phil Waters. Also, Haley Bell.
Survivor of AMA Vintage Days 2022.
And Moin Khan.
What up?
All in the same room, all these legends together. You guys, legendary show. And of course, first thing I have to do is once again, thank you, Phil, for bringing me into this magic shit show.
I'm very proud to be your pusher man. The first dose is free, by the way.
So we recorded all of us together, Cleveland Moto, Noco Moto, and me, Motorcycles and Misfit. Yes, exactly.
Motorcycles and Misfit.
Right. We did a live show in front of an audience. Great attendance.
It was, yeah. It was pretty... You know, it's always surprising to me that show, which is overrun with shit to go look at, that people show up to listen to us do this.
Yep.
Exactly. And it went well. I think it was a good topic.
Well. It was great. It was the most horrible topic ever. I've gone on and on. I've waxed eternal about, like, the worst thing in the world is the top 5 list. The worst thing in the world is the top 3 list. And Liza brought us a top 10 list. Which was a top 20 list that then we had to knock down to a top 10 list.
It really was like 38. But
oh my God.
So we will get to that. That was fun. But hey, we got there, and a big thanks to all the guys from Cleveland Moto and Noco Moto for making that happen. But since I have everyone in the room here, I wanted to quickly just get a couple stories from their own perspective. Haley, there was a lot of fun events that you participated in, and I'm announcing that you did win the burnout contest. How was that experience?
Shenanigans to the max. Yeah, it was epic. I felt like Mick Jagger in his prime. I was dressed as Evel Knievel with a unicorn bicycle helmet on and a grin wider than my actual face. So, yeah, it was epic in all measures.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, and huge crowd. Yeah.
In fact, a danger, like that group of people that shows up at the Leuven Moto Corner, that group, there are so many people in such a small space to be crowded around a screeching, ripping, grinding motorcycle that the whole event is designed to kill a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And parts are flying off, wood chips are flying off on fire, and people are just like, this is great. Let's breathe in more like Slovenian-made tires.
We created our own hotbox with people rather than walls.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It's the new AMA VMD COVID strain. Right?
Yeah. Which has the exact same symptoms as COVID. I woke up this morning sore, fatigued, with a sore throat. Took a test, negative, but positive for VMD.
The burnout contest was quite, to be honest, intimidating for me. There were just too many people surrounding one motorcycle, and the way Haley rocked that thing, she better win this thing.
It's okay if you go home. It's all right. When somebody just goes out there and puts on the show of the day, it's actually like, you know what? I enjoyed that show. I'll go home now. Yeah.
So speaking of rocking the day, Moin Khan, you got entered in a motocross race today, and big thanks to our listener John, who brought out a bike for you. I want to describe it.
Absolutely. I don't know how I will ever be able to top this or give back to John. I don't think I will be able to. I need a couple of lifetimes for that. John is an avid listener of Motorcycles and Misfits podcast. And when Liza said Moin is coming from Pakistan to Vintage Days and it'll be amazing if he could get a bike, John not only rebuilt the bike, he rebuilt the engine, I think. He also got Pakistan flags, decals printed, pasted all over the bike with my name on it, and a different agenda on both sides of the swing arm. For me, the race was amazing, but just what John did for me, nothing can ever top that. So thank you, John. I love you. I will see you again soon.
John is a legend.
John is a legend.
It really is. And that whole thing came together so well. It was, we were scavenging a bike for you, and John was like, I got this. I've got this. But what he pulled off, the whole bike, the bike was lettered, the bike was stickered like any Pro Team bike, except it was a different agenda, Pakistan. And it had your name on the side, your name on the headlight cover. When I tell people this was a professional grade decal job on this bike, it was really was. It stood. It first of all, going out there, it had to be intimidating. But you had an arrow in your quiver that was a reliable fucking motorcycle, and it ran great.
Mine's never ridden two strokes before.
CR250 two-stroke. How was that, Moin?
Yeah, you guys were saying you got some good air on some of the jumps. That wasn't me. That was the bike. I wasn't doing that.
So not only have we sent him out on a two-stroke for the first time, we sent him out on the booking Bronco of the two strokes for the first time.
Everybody does respect the CR250 as being one of those bikes that you're like, just don't step up to the counter unless you're ready to play the game on that bike. And you handled it so well. What people who will watch the video will know is that within about 4 seconds of the start of the race, there was a 4 or 6 person collision in turn 1, and it was a mess. And a guy broke his leg in that collision where and Moin deftly got through it. It was terrifying, and then you managing to find the spot where the bikes and the bodies weren't. Because there was only 4 inches where there were no bikes or no bodies. And you found that 4-inch gap. And you got right through it. And I was like, well, he's not in last place.
Yes, sorry to the guy who broke his leg, but thanks to you, I wasn't last.
Well, there was another big highlight, the unofficial racing that you both partook in many times. In fact, another big thanks to Phil for selling a little Benelli 135, which I believe came with maybe 5 or 8 miles on it.
I believe, Merritt, what's the name of the tire that comes on that thing? It's Cordial. The tire that comes on that bike from the factory, the TNT 135, is actually, the brand name of the tire is Cordial. That's getting pretty low on the food chain. Yeah. So we upgraded it, and we put some big block Kendas on it.
Yeah.
And why did we need them?
Well, we rode it around all weekend. It now has 100 miles on it. I think about 79 were done on the barrel racing.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
So, Moin, explain the barrel racing.
I will never be able to do justice to barrel racing by just explaining. And even a video can't do justice. You have to be there to understand.
It's a feeling.
But it's really 2 barrels, maybe like, 100 feet apart.
I argue that the barrels are the least important part of the thing. The saying barrel racing is giving far too much credit to the barrels. Because you could have taken the barrels away at any moment.
Yeah.
But I think because of the barrels being there, and on top of that, no rules whatsoever. Golf cart, a Harley Davidson, a BMW 1250,
a jet ski,
with wheels on it, a scooter, the Unicorn Girls on a small CRF 15. Nobody could keep up with them.
Nope.
Small children.
Barrel racing has changed my life forever.
Yeah. I came here a girl, and I left a woman after the barrel racing.
And I was so proud. I was like, oh my God, these big blocks put onto this Benelli, they're going to rip around on it. What was your favorite bike to use in the barrel racing?
Oh, definitely the SSR.
not the Benelli that I bought
The SSRs,
for the purpose.
We've been trying to tell you guys this for almost 2 years. Those SSR 125s are weapons. They are the most wickedly overpowered little tiny bike. They will do whatever you ask them to do. They will never complain about it. And they've got so much get up for a little bike.
And do you know what? They're so forgiving as well. Like the amount of times on that barrel racing that I was slideways with that thing and it just auto-corrected. There was only one time that it tried to throw me over the handlebars, and that was entirely my fault, and I apologised to it when we got through the rut. But it was so capable.
It's a remarkable little bike. And
However, I do have a complaint.
yeah, okay.
My ass.
Well, yeah, we've identified that problem. So it turns out with the Benellis, you have to ride them in
The SSR.
The SS, yeah, somewhere with the SSR, you have to ride in a nuts forward riding position. So you have to be creeping up on the gas tank at all times, because if you do what we all want to do, which is to ease our butts back, you realize that there is a wafer thin piece of foam between the rear frame, and your taint, and it smooshes. I mean, it hits you with extreme violence.
Oh, yeah.
So you won't be walking right for a couple of days. No.
I made the mistake of roaming around the swap meet on the SSR.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, my ass was hurting. I came back, took the Benelli, and then I was riding the Benelli for like over an hour, and I was very comfortable.
The Benelli went to AMA Vintage Days weighing 249 pounds. We checked. It came back weighing 296 pounds. It is full of AMA Vintage Days. If Benelli wanted to have a testimonial video about that bike, it should have been the barrel racing and everything that went on, because every time you'd go out on the SSR, Moyne would go chase you on the Benelli. And the SSR getting through the washboards and getting through the rhythm and getting through the berm shot, the SSR is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of what I meant to do. The Benelli, on the other hand, is like, this is exactly not what I was meant to do. And there was not one single Honda Grom out there. No. It was just the Benelli and a guy in a Harley Sportster. About a 1982 Harley Sportster.
That we encouraged to do a second lap. Politely, gently, and softly encouraged by saying, "Get out there! One more lap!"
He was a legend.
That dude went out and he just killed it. He rode that Sportster 200 laps with the straight pipes and no suspension, a proper, like, really bad 80s bike. And he just wouldn't give up. And he was killing it. He was doing great. And then the Unicorn Girls showed up and just, he had to go home.
So, and there was also one crazy lady on a GS 1250 on the barrel racing. How exactly did she get there, you two?
We got lost. We took a wrong turn, didn't we, Moyne?
I think we took a wrong turn. She was coming from somewhere in New York, and she called us when she was at the gate. Liza was on her bike. Haley and I were on one bike. And when we were coming back, it's a rule that Haley and I made that we cannot just cross the barrel racing circuit and go to our tent. We have to do a couple of laps. And this time, Lily was behind us on a 1250 GS, fully loaded.
Just following to the camp so she can unload.
You guys were 2 up on the brand new Hunter Cub.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the world's worst tires.
And Lily followed us into the barrel.
I went to the camp, and you two diverted onto the races.
That's the nicest way to say it. A 60-year-old woman with limited riding experience followed you into the barrel races.
We led her to the pit. And she loved it.
After 2 laps, she was like, where's our camp? Where can I park this thing? And then she didn't ride it for the next 4 days.
Isn't it strange that Vintage Motorcycle Days had a traffic circle all of a sudden?
Well, and I wanted to ask you, Phil, what is your impression of these two? This is your first time meeting both Moyne and Haley. In fact, they just met each other this weekend, too. Yeah. How did they fit in with the group? What did you think?
It's really funny. This was one of those situations where Liza is the glue. Right, so Liza is this remote long-distance glue that happens to a lot of people, and we all know a lot of people because of Liza. She is the catalyst, and this happens very frequently. And so, meeting Moyne first off, just walking into the shop, here we go. And obviously I've I've listened to you on our podcast. I've listened to you on our podcast. So just like our hundreds of thousands of listeners, people have maybe known us for a long time only through the tone of our voice, but they've never met us in person. So it was really great to kind of see you guys in person. But then to realize, I was like, oh crap, yep, they're fucking misfits. They are exactly what they're programmed to be. They fit right into the mold. There's no normal arc to your story. The story just bounces every fucking where. If you say, like, how did we get from the starting point to here? There are radical off-ramps and just radical roundabouts that nobody could ever have seen coming because, yes, when you talk to either of you, you both have lived the lives of 7 or 8 people. I, too, am in that club. So is Liza. This is not a club for normal people that go to work every day and grind it out, right? These are people who have to make some rash decisions and maybe lose a job or two so they can go have an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what I found. I found people that were definitely kindred spirits. So it's very cool.
Yeah, you guys were a great mix. I really appreciate you guys having fun. I think the secret sauce is say yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the trick.
Say
with
yes.
Everything in life, you just have to basically say, this is an opportunity.
Yeah.
We should do it.
100%.
Right.
Could not agree more. Yeah. And I've just got to say as well, Phil, as much as you felt that we fit in with the Misfits, you guys were so hospitable with us this weekend, and we really, really enjoyed your company.
We said it. I said it before. I'll say it again. We were going to do it anyway. We didn't just do it for you. No, we didn't do it for you. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to have to turn it up a little bit for Moyne and Haley. No, we didn't do it for you. We did it the way we would have done it anyway. But by you guys being there, it just adds an element to it. We said it turns the knob to 12 now.
Oh, yeah.
Because Liza helped us turn the knob to 11, and now we've turned the knob to 12. And next year, it's only going to be better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to bring back some greatest hits next year. We're going to bring back Not a Ramp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to bring back. This year, we added the Bourbon Fairy.
That was a big hit.
So the Bourbon Fairy was a big hit this year. So, yeah.
Before we got here, too, you two were asking common questions you would ask when being taken someplace you're not familiar with. Moyne, some of the common questions were what will be the sleeping arrangements and food sources? I was somewhat vague in my responses. Do you want to explain why I was vague?
I think you were vague because there is no straight answer to any of the questions. Me being from Pakistan, a Muslim country, food is sometimes an issue. There's certain things I don't eat or can't eat. And so I was like, Liza, what's up with food? And she's like, oh, we'll figure it out. And then I was like, okay, and do I need to bring a tent? Do I do, sleeping bags? She's like, oh, no, just bring a towel. Everything else will be taken care of. I had absolutely no idea where I'm going, who I'm going with. The only person I knew was Liza and nobody else. But honestly, when we got to the camp, within the first hour, an hour and a half, all the Cleveland Moto guys, Phil and his friends and Liza's friends, they all felt like family within the first hour. When everybody was just greeting, it felt like I knew everyone for way before, and these guys also knew me. Everyone started offering stuff. Here you go. All the motorcycles were available to take around whenever everybody was like, take my bike, take that bike. And, I don't know. I just want to say a big, big, big thank you to Liza and, of course, Phil for making it happen for us.
You want to describe our luxurious hotel accommodation supplied by Phil?
Oh, my God. We had... Liza, Haley, and I had the presidential suite at Vintage Motorcycle Days.
Yeah.
We weren't... No motorcycle noise bothered us. I slept every day 8+ hours. What was it? It was
it's a 21-foot long car trailer.
and I want that now.
With a piece of cardboard for a bed.
Piece of cardboard for a bed.
Oh, wait. You know what? There were 2 cots in there that nobody used.
Oh, now we know.
Yeah.
Now we figure this out.
Right next to your bed, there was a blue.
Right in there. There's a really nice IKEA cot in there that nobody used.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
A dozen sleeping bags, 3 tents, and none of the tents got used.
Well, we pulled a tent out and very quickly realised that we couldn't be asked to put it up.
It's so different.
So, and now Haley, food. So Phil has introduced a method of foraging.
Yes.
Can you describe this?
It's the raccoon feast. So you eat like a raccoon. Whatever you see, you take.
You never stop eating. Whatever you see, you eat. And you'll never be hungry.
And I love this method, Phil, I've got to say. And it works.
Supper, raccoon breakfast. And today we had raccoon buffet.
We
At the
did.
last day.
My lunch were cupcakes off the ground and cherry tomatoes.
I'm pretty sure I had a bag of crisps that was stuck in the bottom of my luggage for about the last 6 months as well.
And we didn't even get into the good protein bars or anything. Those were just for emergencies.
Why were those the things that were like the last ones to be left? That
Because those last forever.
I know. Well, they were out there, and like we ate good. We ate the fruit and everything first, not the shit things.
But that's generally how I travel. Is I will just generally go buy a lot of fruit, and we'll buy a lot of fruit because we know there's going to be chips and crap and garbage and beer and stuff. So I'll just go buy a lot of fruit and a lot of stuff like that, so that we can actually just not die from consumption while we're physically there. Because the only thing worse than drinking like beer for 4 days is having the only food that you've had be like chips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
because it will fill you up, but it also kill you.
Yeah.
So, but we did have one meal that I thought was special because it was a meal delivered in the most cool and appropriate way possible. For the first time, I think in a life, a pizza delivery scooter from Japan or Tokyo actually got used to deliver pizza in the United States.
Yeah.
Because it was sold here in the United States just to be some weird vehicle. It tops out at maybe 32 miles per
49cc?
49cc Honda Gyro canopy with a roof and a windshield wiper. And we did find out that 10 generous large-size pizzas fit in that thing like a glove.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sent them into town. We're like, well, normally on like a big bike or a car, it'll take about
Well, you got to go
10 minutes.
almost 50 miles an hour on that road.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going 32 miles per hour, and then there's 3 big hills. And at those 3 big hills, I know he couldn't have been going over 20. Yeah, at all. And
Like he should be back in an hour.
he's a large man inside a little tiny 49cc vehicle with 2 wheels on the back and 1 on the front. It just looks hilarious. But he came back and the pizza was still hot.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Thank you, Pete.
Witnessed that Honda Gyro fall over, which I did not think was possible.
Yes.
That went sideways
went
in the mud.
sideways in the mud.
Yeah.
It was Mudageddon. Well, I want to get to our show that we did. And again, thank you, Phil. Also, I wanted to do a big thanks to all your guys, Johnny and
Yes.
Oscar.
Our
and
guys, Oscar, Johnny,
Dustin.
Dan Krauke, Dustin showed up. Steve Sleepy Cinch showed up. And I'm not joking one bit. Nick DeVito, and now you weren't the only person that got their Mid-Ohio cherry popped this event, by the way. Nick DeVito entered the Hare Scramble on a 1974 Vespa Rally 200 with knobbies.
Amazing.
Yeah, he competed in an AMA sanctioned hare scramble on a 1974 Vespa Rally 200 hare scramble.
And how did he do?
About 930 feet.
He said, I made it to the first turn.
He made it to the first turn. He was having some fueling issues. He was having some fueling problems. So he put a lot of effort into getting the bike ready for it and everything else. That's a bike, by the way, that used to be a swing set in my backyard. So that bike was so rusted through, we put it in the backyard as a swing set. We have a swing set Rally 200 scooter.
But I think that's one of the things about vintage days. It doesn't matter how well you did. It's that you came
the
and you
balls to-
tried.
Look, whether or not you complete the event, all the things you need to get, all the psyching yourself up and preparing and getting the bike and having the gear. Moyne's got size 12 feet. I have size 11 feet. I've got 8 pairs of motocross boots. He needs a size 12, right? So arrangements had to be made. And like just things like that, all the stuff that had to come together so you could do the event. It's great, and it makes it better. It makes it taste better. It really does. Yeah, it's cool.
And I also wanted to do a big thanks to all the listeners who came out to our seminars.
That was cool.
We had more people than Kevin Schwantz.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. I was very surprised to see that our Schwanz was bigger than his Schwanz.
Haley, yeah, you spoke. Moyne, you spoke. We all spoke.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of. We were more than half of the seminars were us in this room. So thanks to AMA for giving us that
And
platform.
nonstop support of the listeners coming into the tent, because we had this FEMA camp that we built, and it's like 9 pop-ups all welded together kind of thing. And it was so much fun because we had this podcast central.
Podcast Row.
It was amazing. And Moyne was like, I think it was 100 meters long. Yeah, it was. We had our own neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it was just, as far as you could see, it was just our crap. So it was very comfortable and it was really fun, but we got to have a big fire. We got to have a lot of fireworks, an obscene amount of fireworks.
Well, we recreated the sun.
We did create the sun.
We recreated the sun and offered out welding services with the 100+ sparklers
Yeah.
that we molded together into a bouquet and set them alight. Oh,
Mega
my.
sparkler.
It was a mega
was a mega
sparkletron.
You know what? They should put that in the instructions. Do not, under any circumstances,
Take
put
together.
100 sparklers in one ball.
But
Yeah.
it didn't, so we did it.
No, so shout out to everyone who came. We hung out with the Biddles and the Bills,
Yes,
so we say
yes,
the
exactly.
Bills. So many cool people, and in fact, we noticed Oscar was the only Mexican. Yet, Moyne, you were not the only Pakistani man there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You were speaking Urdu to somebody.
I bumped into some guy and he came and said Assalamu alaikum. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm the only Pakistani who's supposed to be here. But it was amazing to see
He's a
him.
listener, and he's super stoked that you were here, and it's just great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, well, let's get to this show. Top 10 list of technical innovations in motorcycles of all time, or as I like to call it, herding cats. Yeah.
I already said thank you, but again, I want to say thank you for inviting me multiple times to AMA Vintage Days and making this a part of my life now.
Well, Liza and all of you guys, this one of the funny things about this is there's this woman that's here. She's roaming around. I saw her earlier. Her name's Serena Van Dyke.
Yeah.
And Serena Van Dyke had me do, she had me do seminars on carburetors and gas and voltage regulators, rectum fryers, and all kinds of stuff. And she really kind of got the idea of seminars going along. And then she kind of said, well, would you guys want to do a podcast in front of live human beings? And that's a terrible idea. But Liza was game. And so Liza will do a podcast anywhere, which we have done podcasts everywhere. But Serena Van Dyke, she was instrumental to getting us all together and being able to do a podcast here.
Yeah, because I've listened to your Vintage Days podcast before, and I think that's the one unlistenable show.
The bus.
The Bust Cast.
Oh, that one.
It may have gone off the rails a bit. We had a school bus. And a school bus, if a school bus stops, like the front of a school bus stops in a hurry, like it hit a wall, that kind of a school bus is called a transit. I didn't know that until I bought one. And it turns out you can get a transit bus that's real short. And a real short transit bus is loads of fun at Mid-Ohio. It's crazy. You show up and all the little vertical poles inside become stripper poles. It's great. We had people on the roof of the bus with party lights, and then the sheriff showed up. And then we also like to thank the folks in Louisville for helping us with that. Showing up at a party that was already well started and lubricated with the school bus and all the lights going. Super fun, super cool. So I do see people are carrying the torch, and there's more school buses here this year.
So let's get to introductions. Who is here? Hey, everyone. I am Liza from the Motorcycles and Misfits podcast. To my left.
My name is Peter, also known as MotoGPete, one of the co-hosts and creators of the Noco Moto Podcast.
And I am Jonathan, a.k.a. Swiggy, also of the Noco Moto Podcast.
I'm Nick, formerly of the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
And you had to go to North Carolina, didn't you? We're happy to see him anytime we can. This is Unky Phil, if you're nasty. And to my left,
Oscar, also from the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
Johnny, Honda Whisperer, Macklefresh.
Resident Mexican, by the way.
No, not John. You're the resident Mexican.
Oh, shit. You're not Mexican?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Steve Sleepy from Cleveland Moto Podcast, and
Dustin, Cleveland Moto Podcast.
And Dustin, for the record, Dustin is the reason we have a podcast.
In what, 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah. OG.
We started recording in Dustin. Dustin has a professional recording studio in his basement.
A sound lab.
A real sound. It's amazing. He's a fantastic artist. And we decided to start talking about motorcycles in his basement because we were out working on motorcycles in his garage. And we didn't know there was a recording studio downstairs.
Can you do the intro? Cleveland Moto Podcast.
I did do that. Yeah. So here's how this is going to work. I had the right idea. Let's talk about top 10 list innovations of all time. What a great brain trust here. We all have opinions, right? Could we collectively decide on the top 10 things? I don't know. But here's the rules. We're going to take turns nominating things, and then we can also knock things off. Guess what? The audience gets to also join in the argument, nominate, and say that's got to go. And I think we'll see if we can come up with a list, but I also know what's going to happen is they're going to disregard all my rules. This is going to go off the rails, but that's why you're here, and that's why you love our shows.
Hell yeah.
It never goes like you plan it.
Who all votes for no top 10?
So I'll start off and make it simple, okay? I'm just going to say I think ABS brakes on motorcycles is a significant game changer that has saved a lot of lives, including mine, from people doing U-turns, and wow, I avoided an accident. So for me, ABS is huge. We can go down the line, nominate stuff, and you can also say why that shouldn't be on it if you want.
Well, that was an okay suggestion, Liza.
Okay. What you got?
So with the caveat that you believe scooters are motorcycles, which I firmly do, I would say the Italian-style scooter, which has morphed into really the Japanese-style scooter as well, in terms of a lightweight, compact, economical form of transportation, which is spread worldwide. You know, Harley baggers are not worldwide, but in terms of just moving vast numbers of people, the innovation of that setup is unique to motorcycles, and I think one of the top 10.
Do you mean that style of motor vehicle that one might compare to, I don't know, a Salisbury? Oh, so you're suggesting the Italian copy of an American motor scooter called the Salisbury was one of the greatest innovations in motorcycles? Yeah, so we're cool on that, right? Y'all get that? All you old timers out there, you know about the Salisburys? Yeah, okay,
and
check.
because we all know that the Italian scooter is the most successful selling motorcycle of all time. Oh, no, wait.
I'm talking about a small body vehicle with incorporated storage, which, you know, with leg shields, with, you know, all the things that that is like morphed into Honda Metropolitans and, you know, such of the like. Okay, maybe not specifically Italian, but that basic scooter setup, that style, you know, because there's a reason Cushmans didn't take over the world.
Phil, I'm going to revert to you. Do we include this on the list?
I'm going to put an asterisk next to that.
Okay.
And
what are we calling this?
What I like to call that is
Italian scooter.
It's what we're working with so far. And I would like to say it's probably the small-wheeled step-through design.
I'll accept that. Small step-through design.
Small-wheeled step-through design. Because it is prevalent in the industry. Right.
Much like the best-selling motorcycle of all time.
On the planet.
Yeah. All right. Swigs, what you got?
I'm also going for a safety invention, which is the EPS foam helmet.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. This is motorcycle technology, not safety.
Oh, here come the rules.
No.
Here comes the rule.
Hang on.
Here comes the
Oh,
rule.
shit.
If you open it up to that, there's just too much. Let's stick with the motorcycles. Do you need some time to collect?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'll step in.
Yeah.
I say the resurgence of the small bikes, the monkey bikes and stuff, because they came back, and now I'm seeing more and more kids put down video games and want to buy a motorcycle again. And so it seems like when you get on a monkey bike, you feel safer because you're closer to the ground. They're fun. They don't go a million miles an hour. They don't take off on you. So I think the resurgence of that is it's pushing motorcycling back into the forefront in a lot of.
So your technical advancement is a retro bike.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Old is new again.
Can I put another asterisk on that?
Yeah, I would say put an asterisk. But I do like the concept of that as being that it is an acknowledgement of something that happened in the past out of a sheer lack of marketing creativeness.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, like, that worked really well in 63, and we need to do something again. And it turns out 70-year-old men will buy tiny bikes that look like the bikes they bought in 1963.
But they did put newfangled things. Like, they have all the things now. They have your ABS on it, and they have heated grips and wiener warmers and everything else you want on the thing, too. So
Those are called technical advancements. Would you
There
like
you
to
go.
choose any of those?
Excellent.
Well,
Okay.
heated underwear. That's a really nice thing. You
They
plug it
don't
in.
get this at all, do they? All right.
My technical advancement,
Yes.
that I think is the single greatest technical
Ooh.
advancement in motorcycle history, is the electric motor.
I'm waiting for the little red laser dots to show up on his chest right now. I've never been so freaked out to be the vice president.
You know what? I'm going to back him up on that. I'm going to agree. I think the advancement of motor vehicles to electric, the evolution, combustion engine getting close to the end of its advancement, the next step would be electric. I'll put that down there, no asterisk, but it might get bumped off later. Yeah. Okay. What you got, Phil?
I would like to nominate hand clutch foot shift. For anybody who has ever ridden a motorcycle with a foot clutch and a hand shift.
I love where you're going with this.
Yep.
Hand clutch foot shift, I'm going to say straight up, that has saved more people my age than anything else. The ability to clutch a motorcycle with your hand, because when you lose that ability, you end up sitting next to me at the hospital. And last night, I rode a motorcycle where clutching it as hard as I wanted to did nothing. So I'm going to nominate hand clutch foot shift.
Okay.
Because prior to that,
Yeah.
it was completely normal for motorcycles to operate like tractors.
Yeah.
If you've ever ridden a tractor, like if you're not from the country and you like go and sit on a tractor right now, I guarantee you can't run it without a tutorial from your friend who knows how to work a tractor. Game on.
All right. What you got, Oscar?
So I'm going to take one out of Johnny Mac's book. I do not agree,
Okay.
but I like vintage stuff.
Yeah.
Fuel injection.
Yes. I back you up on that.
Sorry, Johnny Mac. I know that was yours.
I can even
Fine,
go back
fine with
to,
me.
I think, Johnny, were you
That's
the
fine.
one? I think I learned a trick from you about cold weather carbureted bikes and the lighter under the carburetor.
I mean, it's not dangerous, but I mean, it is dangerous. But if your bike won't start and it's cold, applying a heat source to the carburetor is a way to warm your bike up really quick. I mean, you heat up the float bowl and it'll start a lot quicker and easier in cold weather, and just in general.
Especially if you have 4 or 6 carburetors.
You might want not to use an open flame. If you have like a hair dryer, that works way better.
Whatever.
So
I like to think of
John's
it as-
innovation is the hair dryer.
I think the idea is with John's plan, I learned real quick that you're doing 2 things at once. And I like anytime you do 2 things at once. You're both warming your fuel so your bike will start easier. You're also identifying your fuel leaks.
Absolutely.
Really fast.
And I think that that's good. Yeah.
Innovations in motorcycle, I don't even know where to start. I mean, you guys skipped over things like brakes. Early bikes didn't have brakes. They didn't have lights, turn signals, all that shit. What about electric start? I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
I like electric start a lot, you know. How about, I like the hand clutch thing. That was good.
Yep.
ABS, I mean, I have ABS in my car. It only happens in the snow. Right. So I don't ride my bike in the snow. So
No, I totally agree with you on e-start. What was it? The SR 400? Is it the 400 that came out?
Yeah.
Recently with no e-start? It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, like, how about telescopic forks?
Right.
Oh,
How about the monoshock?
I
don't understand.
Hold on, simmer
How about
down.
the chain
Simmer
sensor?
down. Simmer down. We'll
How about
get
not
there.
pedal start?
We'll get
Just
there.
pedal
Kickstart.
Oh, shit.
E-start.
Squirrel.
Good
Squirrel.
one.
Squirrel.
Good
Squirrel.
one.
Yo. Squirrel.
Dustin, what you got?
Honda Whisper.
But not quite as old school as Phil's hand clutch, foot shift, but electronic ignition.
Oh.
I was thinking about that when you said the hand clutch, because you used to have to twist a little thingy-diggy, recharge your ignition to start it. Now you have the auto ignition advance, and there you go.
Well,
We call that special needs now.
The thingy-diggity.
I wanted to nominate something. You can tell me if you think this belongs on the list.
Hey, we skipped Sleepy over there.
Oh, no, he went out of turn.
You did first. Okay.
I want to say the advancement in rubber and tires.
That was a big one.
Right?
Vulcanization didn't happen until World War II. That's right. So prior to that, people were riding around on like gum motorcycle, like bicycle tires.
It's something we take for granted, but it's constantly evolving.
And the beaded rim. They did non-beaded rims.
I don't know if that's really motorcycle specific though,
It's
because
exactly motorcycle specific.
I don't know. It was more automotive and trickled into motorcycle.
What, like electric start?
Okay, so who out there?
Electronic ignitions.
I've seen a few heads.
Engines.
Look, I've seen a few heads bobbing around there, but I've also seen some very angry set jaws that are clearly like, how could they not have said, give me one? Anybody?
No, just say it.
Yeah.
Everything was against Nick.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's keep building the list, and then we'll start narrowing it
Right on,
down.
yeah.
Who's got a suggestion, something that's not on this list? Cruise control. I'm going to pretend to write that down.
From the Goldwing rider in the front row.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, stand up and come up here. No.
Okay,
sorry.
I wrote it
Self-canceling turn signals.
Wait, I want to defend this man. I want to defend this
makers.
man. So I just recently took a 1,500-mile trip on a 1989 Goldwing with my lovely girlfriend Claire, and it had cruise control, and oh my god, I thought cruise control on bikes was dumb. I was one of those people, and I fell in love with it.
Well, let's justify electronic.
You know, all these people are like, oh my god, a Goldwing, it might as well be a car, blah, 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 blah. I have no original opinions. Just ride one.
It's getting an asterisk.
It's amazing. I don't think it's a top 10, but I want to stand up for this man. It's if you've never had a big bike with cruise control,
We got trail
it's
ride
a game
hat
changer.
guy. Trail ride hat guy.
All right, what you got?
Boo this man.
Security, can you escort this man out?
Get him out.
No, you're not going to win this argument here. Not going to happen.
Oh, so what you're describing is a Japanese K truck from the 80s. Check. All right, got it.
All right,
Air
what you got here?
conditioning, seat 6, we're good.
What? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I own a DCT.
Right, yeah.
It is, I believe, it is finally done right by Honda.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're putting it in so many bikes, including a Rebel 1100, which is not a huge technically advanced bike, it is a game changer for many people. In fact, we have a guy who comes to the garage with one leg who rides the Rebel 1100.
Who out in the audience has ever ridden a Honda-matic of any sort? Any Honda-matic ever? Anyone?
Yeah,
All right.
Honda-matics. Rule.
Right. Anybody who's ever ridden a Honda-matic will tell you that Honda worked so hard on that automatic transmission, making it bulletproof. It could go down the drag strip faster than any other bike in the 70s. Yet, we still, as motorcycle operators, we would put it into low range, because it has 2 ranges, and we would mistakenly put it into low range as we would a normal shifter bike. And then weird things happened. Right in the middle of the turn, every single time. We would get off of our normal shifting motorcycle, and we'd get onto the Honda-matic, and we would completely forget that we were on a 2-speed. Now, if you had an old Moto Guzzi convert or something, right, you were pretty adept at that. But every single time I get on a customer's Honda-matic, and I'm going around the corner and I'm going to try to downshift before the corner, I realize that what I'm actually doing is asking the motorcycle to change its entire personality. And it's hilarious. You can just leave it in high range and go through anything. But if you've had that brown trousers moment with a Honda-matic, it gets you right there. Whereas the DCTs don't do that until they decide it's okay to change gears in the middle of the turn when you're not okay with it changing gears in the middle of the turn. And that is a little unsettling. Yeah.
So, all right, we got any more suggestions over here? Yep.
I think it's a mistake
Oh, no. Oh, is this another side-by-side guy? Yeah. It is, but it's not affecting.
Mike, I love you, but that's the last thing I want is to have my wife be able to talk to me while she's on the back of my bike.
No, when we do the technical
Bluetooth
advancements
is hardly
in
exclusive
gear
to
and
the automotive
accessories-
industry.
No, I agree. I use it, but it's
Yeah.
that. If you don't
Liza,
mind.
do you remember?
No.
We used to have these little boxes, these little Nady boxes, and they had a battery in them, and you'd plug your headset from your
Yeah.
helmet, and your wife would plug her headset into her helmet, and then you'd get off the bike and destroy it as you each got off the bike in a different direction, whatnot, and you just rip the crap out of it. It was good for one ride, which actually is probably the best advice I could ever give, is just throw it away.
I have a theory that every single one of those sets, none of them ever got thrown away. They're all still within the side bags of GL 1100s.
Or tucked
Whenever
into a
you buy
better
a
bearing.
GL 1100, there's a broken old school headset in the side boxes.
Oh, in the back row, Triumph shirt, bud. Oh, gear shift indicator.
Gear
shift.
Finally, a top pick from the audience.
Can't live without that.
Oh, burn, son.
John and I are of the same camp. If you don't know what gear you're in, it does make you realize that it really doesn't matter. You're either in the right gear or the wrong gear.
Phil?
If you're in the wrong gear, go this way or that way. The number on the dashboard means nothing. I know you all of your Suzukis. That's great. You had your gear shift indicators in 1953. You were way ahead of the curve.
I started a new column, and that goes in the best advances for people who are also members of the AARP.
That way.
No. I'm gonna fight back. I like that. No. So why does a Rebel 300 have gear indicators? That's a budget bike. They're trying to put as little on there as possible.
I had
to
a
drive the
BS,
But it's also a beginner bike.
I had a BSA and I had a Royal Enfield from the 50s that had a gear shift indicator, and it had a neutral finder. So no matter where you were in the gearbox, you could push the magic lever,
Yeah.
and it would just go right to neutral.
But
And that was pretty cool.
And you can get neutral anywhere in that kind of gearbox.
No, that bike came with 3 extra neutrals.
It's neutral.
All right, right here in the hat, and I'm gonna come to you. What you got?
I like that one.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know she's talking ABS, but just being able to
Yep.
anybody that had Triumph drum brakes.
Drum brakes suck.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes back to the CB750. Was I think one of the first production motorcycles to come
For
out
people listening
with a
at home, the
hydraulic
man
front
just
disc.
suggested
And
hydraulic
as simple
brakes.
as
There's no
it
way
was,
that made it on microphone.
Are we just gonna say
Yeah, it was hydraulic
disc brakes versus drum?
Well,
So
no, because there were plenty of motorcycles that had mechanical disc brakes.
Mechanical
that
disc
were-
brakes are no
So,
bueno.
I'm
They
gonna
were
also-
literally worse than drum brakes.
I'm gonna put disc
So
brakes.
BMW has the cable-operated hydraulic brake. Like, what the?
Yeah, because master cylinders are ugly. We should hide them.
Yeah.
Can I go back to one? I'll get to you in a sec. I want to go back to one that Johnny said. Has anyone here ever ridden a Springer chopper or a girder front end? Right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to telescopic suspension and what a game changer that is. If you've ever bounced on a chopper or something like that, right?
Liza, you're
I do
you're
like
so
some of-
wrong. The Springer suspension is still superior in every way. That's why Motor Company continues to bring it out, and any member of the Brotherhood will be happy to tell you why you're wrong.
I do kind of like leading or trailing. Some of the link suspensions are kind of. It's a nice ride if you don't mind just bouncing around.
How about this?
Booby bouncing.
You guys are talking about tires. What about tubeless tires? Like my stupid Africa
tubeless.
Twin still has fucking tubes in 2020.
Anybody ever taken a tire off the
Because
rim
it
and
has
found
spokes.
like?
Well, I know,
Anybody
that's
ever
what I'm
taken a
saying.
tire off the rim and found not 1, not 2, but 4 screws in it, and the son of a bitch still held air? It's shocking. And a customer brings the bike in, you're like, oh yeah, there's like 11 psi in that thing, and he wants me to go out and ride it and tell him what's wrong with it.
And then I look and I'm spinning. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Those are all drywall screws. And look, he's had some roofing work done too. And they don't.
He wants to go ice racing.
Yeah, exactly. And yet, I have a brand new motorcycle from Triumph that has an inner tube that shouldn't be there, right? They have the technology to not put an inner tube in the back of a vehicle they're calling a cafe racer. And yet, if I get a thorn from the 80s in that tube, I lose all of my inflation in one turn. Yeah, tubeless tires do save lives. It also makes it really easy to get back on the road with a plug kit from AutoZone.
True.
Whereas,
That's a good one.
anybody changed a tube lately on a modern radial tire?
Yeah, fuck
That's a
sucks.
parade of suck right there.
Oh my god.
You're like, oh, I got some spoons. Yeah, you do. That's adorable.
That's no problem. I really don't have a problem with it.
Okay, that's great because
You
all your
don't- you
bikes are from the
also-
60s.
Well, and he also doesn't care about scratching his rims to the point of just having nothing but scratch.
Excuse me? I do not scratch rims.
I want to get. You had
Amateur.
your hand up here.
Yeah.
They are. I'm not.
Wow, a second for the gear indicator. Okay.
You don't want to teach bad habits.
All right,
though.
we
You
got
wanna
another
make
one
sure
here?
You learn it properly.
That is true.
And just so you know, if this one isn't good, you're out.
Ah.
Come on. I would back that.
Alloy rims.
This enabled faster
Comstock.
speeds. Alloy rims. I mean, you went from the. Well, yeah. I mean, what we consider now to be kind of antiquated Honda rims
How dare you?
that were cutting edge at one time.
I'm just going to stay silent. I like spoke rims, but I can't really come up with a good argument why mag rims aren't better.
Better.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think mag rims too. All right. What else? What do you got?
You
yeah.
can stay in, Mike. You're good. You can stay in. You're good.
You're in. Yes,
Right.
you're good.
This time. What you got?
Oh, liquid cooling. Ever since the days of the flying Merkel. Yeah.
Well,
When
our
you-
entire podcast
Right.
is liquid cooled.
right. Flying like there were.
What about liquid fueled?
Liquid fueled? No, but that is a big deal because for anybody who's ever built motors or raced motorcycles, there was that point where we all got our first liquid cooled motorcycle, and we kind of learned like when this bike was a 250 with air cooling, it ran at, you might get, 21 horsepower out of it, and its best day full chat. And then its brother came along 3 years later with liquid cooling, and it was 37 horsepower. Because you can design a motor to much closer tolerances, which means better fuel economy and getting more bang for those dinosaurs you're paying for, right? And the bike becomes more reliable because everything's built better. So you're absolutely right. In today's market, it's very few excuses when Harley Davidson puts liquid cooling on the heads of their big giant motors after they said, we'll never make a liquid cooled motorcycle. And they're all doing it now. So liquid cooling actually moved the ball way forward. I've got a 150cc motorcycle that gets over 100 miles per gallon. And that would have been absolutely unheard of 20 years ago. Completely unheard of. Because for every gallon of gas I was putting in the thing, a certain percentage was leaving out the tailpipe, and I had an exhaust gas temperature analyzer to prove it. So liquid cooling is actually a pretty huge thing, which is weird because they had it in the 20s. And it was really expensive, so they went away from it. And boy, sometimes that marketing department or the bean counters can set a whole industry back like 80 years.
Decades.
Okay, so that's an innovation I'd like to bring up that has got phased out.
Bean
That was
counters?
popular at pre-war was the supercharger. When you look at pre-war bikes, they were supercharging bikes that were going easily 150 mile an hour in the 30s. And then all of a sudden, after the war, racing banned them. And can you imagine where bikes would be if we'd been building bikes with superchargers all the
So
time?
if we're going to go this generic, I think we have to include overhead cams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at all the push rod guys. Oh, I guess we're out there like, nope, not in my garage. No way.
Not brotherhood approved.
No.
So I got one, and
The single overhead cam.
oh jeez, oh jeez, there it is.
M's
I'm
fighting
going
words.
to throw this one out because I think this did change motorcycling. The fairing. the long distance traveling, able to travel more comfortably.
Yeah, because
more
before
people
the
getting
fairing,
out on the road.
That's true. Before the fairing, you had to put a child in front of you. And that was the only way to kind of take the edge off on a long ride, was to have a small, like a 3 or 4 year old, right on the front of the gas tank.
Or
Usually break the
livestock,
window.
Phil.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
But we
come
all
on.
know that fairing development ended with Craig Vetter. So I mean, there's nothing.
No, it's still going with Craig Vetter.
Yeah. it
So what
is.
about
Yeah.
the improvements?
Greg, are you here? I mean, oh, okay.
No, I heard there's deer.
The improvements in suspension, because my old state has only a fucking spring in the front. Suspension improvements. Dampening.
Dampening.
His bike is technically speaking, his bike is a pogo stick.
It is.
And somebody put a tire on the front.
So
It is the sketchiest thing
It's
to
a
ride
boat.
ever.
can I clarify something with this group? Because
sure.
it's something we often say. Are you making it wetter, or are you having it damper?
Wah, wah.
Anybody else got-
Dampening or
All right,
dampering?
Okay,
I got
so
something here.
raise the hands. What you got?
Oh.
Fuel and frame. Oh my
Wow.
God. Do you mean Buell and frame? Are you wearing a Buell hat? Of course you are. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I think I saw your one-trick pony. That was cool. And honestly, a lot, like, there have been a lot of exotic motorcycles that have done it. We also have motorcycles that compete in Baja 1000 type races where they have to have water in the frame so that you can survive if you break down in the freaking desert. So, anywhere there's a hollow thing, you can put other stuff in there if you need to. And like putting the fuel in the frame of the motorcycle was pretty freaking brilliant.
I like how the Rokon had tanks in the wheels.
Well, those were just empty vessels. So you could use them for buoyancy, or fuel, or hydration, or liquor.
Beer.
Liquor. not
So,
beer.
so while we're talking about motorcycle innovations, this isn't at a specific innovation I'm going to bring up, but
You want another beer?
I miss the. Yeah, I will have another license.
Can we turn a Rokon into a brewery? Maybe.
Yes.
I miss the super aggressive marketing that every motorcycle company would have to try to convince the public that every motorcycle innovation was their idea. Like when Suzuki tried to convince everyone that they came up with the monoshock by calling it the full floater. Or,
I had a full floater this morning.
My personal favorite is the Honda VTAC
Yeah, VTAC.
system. And VTEC and whatever. I don't know. There were a lot of ridiculous names, ridiculous advertising, but there was I feel like this period from like the mid 70s to mid 90s where everything, whether it was X-Up or whatever, everyone had to pretend that their specific version of a new innovation was the best kind and the only kind you should trust.
So your innovation is aggressive.
This isn't
marketing.
a suggestion. I'm just saying I miss that time.
I'd like to throw another one out, and I think this goes back to the Honda Cub. Durability and affordability. Would that be that's a technical advancement?
You stole my brain. So give it back. The Honda Cub and all of its ilk. So you guys, if you're roaming around here, you'll know that there's a Honda Cub, but there's also a Kawasaki. There's also a Yamaha that are the same idea of an affordable stamped frame, a small horizontal type engine that will not ever die, even if you give it to Sir Richard Branson.
I'll challenge that.
Yeah.
How does that improve the bike itself?
Well, I'm going to say.
I mean, that goes along. That's pressurized oiling, so an oil pump.
Well, but not all technical
And a-
advancements
and an
have to be
oil-type motor.
complicated. It's perfecting simple.
And it was affordable enough that people in places that couldn't afford a car
Well,
could
It's
still go
manufacturing
places.
Well,
improvement.
Yeah,
it's also if you want to boil it down, metallurgy.
Well, that's a pretty broad.
That's a-
brush.
Well, when you look at a lot of the affordable Chinese bikes that are exploding, what's the difference between that and a Honda Cub?
Well, but they weren't doing that back in the day. It's
They
not an
actually
improvement.
don't
That's a
explode.
side.
So, to your argument, then the Industrial Revolution was one of the biggest advancements in
Well.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
Could you put a star next to that,
Manufacturing.
please?
Yes, okay.
All right,
Yep.
that's good.
All right, let's get a couple more, and then we got to start paring it down.
Still
the
haven't
chat.
heard anybody say shaft drive yet.
Oh, yeah, over here.
I like a good shaft. Over here.
What? Hold on. Hydraulic valve lifters?
Dude, over here. Yes. No. Look if you grew up when I grew up, somebody handed you a motorcycle, you had no idea what did what. one of our friends showed up at the booth today with a Gilera 106 that he owned, and said, "Hey, does the shifter go up or does the shifter go down? Because it's on the wrong side of the bike, and I know there's got to be some formula for that." And I went, "There's not a formula for that. GP shift pattern, 1's in the ceiling and 4 or 5 is in the basement, that was not exclusive to any brand. You could buy this model of a bike and it had a GP shift pattern. You could buy that model of the bike, veritably the same bike. Moto Guzzi was famous for this. Enfield was famous for this. That you would be like shifting up on this one, shifting down on that one. I nearly buried a Norton when a car pulled out in front of me because I just grabbed everything. I just said, screw it, I'm pulling them all. And I pulled them all. And somehow I stopped it before I hit the car. But it is truly standardization so that you can get off of that company's motorcycle and get onto that company's motorcycle and not die before you get to the end of the parking lot.
Game changer.
That's a big deal. And honestly, I know that we Americans think that the world doth revolve around us, but I crashed a motorcycle yesterday because I feverishly went for a kill switch. That the French, not even 10 years ago, decided should be over here. Not even 10 years ago. And over here on this side was nothing. But over here was a kill switch.
Are you sure alcohol wasn't also involved in that crash?
No, it was a gasoline-powered motorcycle. It's a 2-stroke. It's cool. Yeah, you do the right side kill switch on your SSR. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I do agree. I think standardization is actually brilliant, that you could get all these different companies because they all hate each other ultimately. And none of them think that the other guy's right. So if you could get all of them to put all their controls in the same spot, even like Harley Davidson, who just doesn't acknowledge the existence of other motorcycle companies. And if you could get those guys to put their stuff in the same place that Honda does when they're not busy copying their sound, right? It's seriously, it's kind of amazing that ever happened.
Speaking of standardization, I think that standard metric hardware is a fantastic.
Whitworth has a problem with that.
The guy with the Buell hat has a major problem with that. Because he's like, I got Wentworth on my bike too.
Yeah.
I got all the tools.
Here's a more general one that might be good. How about just modernizing on a 12-volt system? Being able to support
12-volt. I'll put that down.
Yep.
Just being able to have your electric start, but also just have enough amp hours in your battery to be able to have your lights on when your bike isn't started.
All of our old British bike owners are going, you're wrong. We just added more 6-volt batteries. There's
being able to have your bike on the side of the road and have your hazard lights on.
Series in parallel. It's ridiculous, but I had a Velocette Viceroy made by Velocette, and it had 2 6-volt batteries that were ridiculously big, and it had no Kickstarter, and it's a parallel twin 250, no Kickstarter. It was an extreme sense of confidence from a British company, and you pushed the thing with your knee, and it would chug, 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 start a shaft drive bike with literally a boxer motor. And I was like, well, I'm going to get rid of those 2 dumb 6-volt batteries and just put like a big honking AGM 12 in there. It didn't change the performance one bit. So yeah, when I was a kid growing up, we had cars that were pre-war cars, and they were all 6-volt systems. And guys would go through the whole car and change it out into 12 volts. And change it out to something called negative ground, which is such a weird concept to, people from the old days. But yeah, the 6-volt batteries did actually have quite a bit of chooch for your chotch. But I think the standardization, again, of having the whole world be 12 volts is a great idea so that your bike doesn't blow up my bike when we're jumping them. Yeah.
So, not to be controversial.
Oh, shit.
But I think that there is technical advancement that is available right now that people have yet to realize how important it's going to be. And it actually comes from Harley Davidson.
The cup holder?
No.
Vibrating seat?
No. Actually,
Electric?
the live adjusting suspension on the
Yeah, the
Pan
ride height
America.
adjustment.
The ride height adjustment.
Ride height adjustment.
I know so many shorter riders who rule out bikes that are available for them, including women, because they can't touch the ground. The Pan America, the higher end one, as you get to a slower speed, it drops it down to the ground. And then when you take off, it raises it up. The BMW does that, but you have to kind of preset it. You have to preset it. And it doesn't rise and lower. The fact that Pan America put a self-lowering and raising system, I think is a game changer.
Yeah, so even short people could have ridiculously tall bikes. That's cool. That's great.
Can I? What about Oh, go ahead.
Let's get one more, and then let's start paring it down. Yeah.
Adjustable control.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. Because my hands are huge. I've got huge hands. Right. Yeah. Right. So yeah, adjustable controls, especially adjustable foot controls.
Yep.
I buy a lot of motorcycles and sell a lot of motorcycles. If you're wearing a steel toe, forget about riding it. There's no way you're getting your toe under there.
So a little knurled nut, that's what you want to put on this list.
How about this?
Right, that's a good sign.
How about an innovation that sucks?
Motorcycle podcasts.
No, besides that, all the BMW's doing it, and a couple other people are doing it, where it's a subscription service for features. So, like, if you want to have cruise control, you have to pay $18 a month to get the upgrade on your.
You mean a paywall?
Yeah, paywall.
Yeah, paywall.
Yeah, so like that's an advancement that they're going to make money on. But can you imagine spending $25,000 on a bike? You go to use your adjustable suspension, but your subscription ran out.
How did you buy your pornography in the
Zero.
90s? How did you buy your pornography in the 90s?
In the 80s, we found it in the woods.
I found it in my dad's closet.
Exactly. Yeah, and that subscription service is giving manufacturers the ability to build a bike at a lower entry point that has one ECU that can later give you features you may not have been aware of when you bought it or may not have been ready to pay the extra $3,000 or $4,000 for. So if you could take a $23,000 bike and lower the cost of purchase to $16,000, and then you might never get all the other stuff. But I might order reverse the next day I get it.
Right, but that's it would be cool if you could say like, okay, I can save up, and in 6 months I'll pay $400 and I get that feature.
Well, most of them though are not recurring. Well, most of them are not subscription based. Most of them are one time.
But the cars are doing it, and it's coming to
Well,
the
it's-
bike.
yeah.
But it is a manufacturing improvement that you only
Right.
have one part number
Right.
for everything.
Yeah, every bike has the same ECU. Every bike has the
they
same
are the
wiring
only ones that get the
harness.
benefit.
Yeah.
You do not.
Right.
The thing about that, though, is even if it's a one-time payment, it's a trap because you are. It's like having to deal with like the security on like a VHS tape or a DVD, and it's there forever. And if you ever try and sell that bike on to somebody else, are they going to get the feature that you paid for? Is that going to be the value on the bike?
Yeah, different companies are handling it differently. The one that comes to mind right now is Zero.
Zero.
And Zero, when you buy your Zero and you decide to have your system upgraded with, and I'm going to use reverse. So reverse is something that on an electric motorcycle is kind of easy to make happen. And I've had a number of them that have it.
Reverse polarity.
Yeah, well, yeah, and thank God it doesn't go that fast backwards, right? But you can buy reverse, and reverse is like $225, and you own it forever. It's part of the bike forever. Right.
All right, so we need to start paring this down. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read this list out loud.
This is my least favorite part of the thing.
I'm going to read this list out loud, and then we're going to go down one by one, and we each get to cross something off the list, okay? All right? So we got ABS brakes, the Italian scooter.
We said step-through scooters.
Okay. Retro bikes, electric bikes, the hand clutch, the fuel injection, ease start, electric ignition, the tire rubber, cruise control, DCT,
I like that guy still.
gear shift indicator, hydraulic brakes, disc brakes, telescoping forks, tubeless tires, mag rims, water-cooled, superchargers, overhead cams, single or double, fairing, damping, durability and affordability, hydraulic valve lifters, standardization, 12-volt system, the Pan America suspension, and adjustable controls.
Jesus Christ, why don't you just
So take that list and pick the top 10 and then just cut it off right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take Italian scooter engineering.
Okay, so
chuck that shit.
So you're going to murder Italian scooter or small-wheeled scooter step.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, you're wrong, but I would like to, in a rogue move, because all we've done is shit on everybody else's ideas, every person in this room.
Yeah, what are you going to work on? What are you
I'm going to
cut out?
give a second vote to John's telescopic forks.
So you're dropping the Italian
technically,
scooter.
I was
I will
vote. You can be the
for two
third.
reasons. One, we all take it for granted. We all were kind of like, oh yeah, as soon as he said it. It's also maybe the only thing on this list that is exclusive to motorcycles. Everything else is just a general automotive innovation.
Okay, so do you want to kill something?
You're all right. I take back some of the things I said about you.
I know. You
Peter,
said horrible things about him.
Do you want to kill something?
Well, my hand clutch.
Oh, do I want to kill
car
something?
thing.
As much as I still like that guy with the cruise control, it's not a top 10, but I still like it.
All right,
Okay.
cruise control.
Cruise control's out. All right.
All right, what are you going to take off the list?
I'm going to take off fuel injection.
Whoa.
And I'm doing it because we've had a much longer run of bikes that are carbureted than fuel injection.
Enjoy your
carbureted
corn.
bikes
How many new ones do you actually buy that are still carbureted? How many of them? What percentage?
I bought one 2 hours ago.
No. New bikes, what percentage are still I love carburetors.
Anything made
Don't get
by
me wrong.
Suzuki.
No, here's the problem with that argument.
I support your argument, and I'd like to tell you why. Because I can get cheap bikes that don't run, that have gummed up carburetors, clean the carb, and make money.
John, there will
Or
be
cheap.
99% less motorcycle riders if that happens.
If you let Swiggy talk, I think he'll second John there.
Well, there's that. Also, even up until the 2000s, we had carbureted Goldwings that were fantastic.
Okay.
If you look at the span of fuel injection compared to carbureted bikes, it's a tiny little fraction of it. And not only that, but we're going to be moving on to electric bikes and other models. So the actual...
So it was a blip in time?
It's going to be a blip in time.
Okay.
Also, I'd like
And
to say
bikes
that the
were
real problem with
successful.
carburetors isn't necessarily carburetors, it's the fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah.
Because in the olden days, carburetors didn't fuck up so bad
Nope.
as they do now.
Yeah, they move fuel, not corn syrup.
And that's why there's no more dinosaurs. We ran out of dinosaur chow.
All right, fuel injection is removed. Nick, what do you want to remove?
I think rubber tires are stupid.
Here.
I would like to eliminate disc brakes as a whole. I want to bring back twin leading and trailing shoes. Go Water Buffalo. That's the best brakes ever on any motorcycle, and you'd never had to do nothing to them, mostly.
Okay. Oscar,
I'll plead the fifth.
can I remind you that retro bike styling is still on this list?
Oh, can that one.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Good thing we use those asterisks.
Yeah. Good call.
right.
Thanks, Liza.
All right,
I would
John.
like to remove ABS because Liza
Yes.
said it.
Valid point. Here.
No.
Mic drop.
I mean, what are some of the horse shit ones down through?
Okay, again, I'll keep reading. You say stop when you hear something you like. Electric motorcycles.
Yeah, get rid of that one. Keep going. Keep going.
He's going to be on a killing
hand
spree.
clutch,
What's that?
the hand clutch.
I like that one.
E-start.
Yeah.
E-ignition.
Yeah.
DCT.
Nah.
Gear shift indicator.
No. Absolute fucking
You got to
not.
pick one of these that you're murdering right
Gear
now.
shift.
Which one
Gear
is
shift.
Gear shift.
Yeah, gear shift. That's a good one.
All right, Cinch, what do you got?
I hate DTC. It can be taken off.
Take the
fucking-
DCT? Oh.
Go to the
Eat a dick.
Dragon, ride your fucking bike in the Dragon, and tell me that DTC is awesome.
It
It's
is
not-
awesome.
No, it's
It
not.
is awesome.
Sorry.
Can eat a
All right,
bag of
Dustin, what do you want to murder?
Oh, you're gonna have to go down that list again.
All right, ABS, electric bike, hand clutch, e-start, e-ignition, hydraulic brakes, telescoping forks, tubeless tires, mag rims, water-cooled engines, superchargers, overhead cams, fairing, damping, durability and affordability, hydraulic valve lifters, standardization, 12-volt system, Pan America suspension, adjustable controls, and a subscription service.
Well, fuck the subscription service.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm riding a motorcycle, not playing an RPG game. I don't need to.
Well said.
I don't
Well
even know how
said.
to level up my bike.
Fuck the paywall.
He's also an Apple tech.
You could take superchargers off there. I really wasn't too serious about that.
That's what I'm saying. Take that off.
All right, another round.
All right. Well, I want to see from them. I want to see if anyone here feels strongly about removing something and why.
Is anyone else dying to understand the Matrix that she's going to take this apart and come up with a winner?
No, I'm just giving them opportunity.
I mean, this is a Chinese puzzle box, man.
Someone pick ABS. Just get the shit out of there.
Pleasure, sir?
Anyone want to take something off? No.
ABS.
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 It was an airplane technology to start with anyway.
You heathens.
It's all bullshit.
Okay. All right. So.
Yes. Oh, he's butthurt.
Let's see. How about
How come nobody said frunk?
Oh.
Who doesn't love a good frunk? I love a frunk.
I love a frunk.
A fradunkadunk.
An abnormal amount.
Yamaha Y6 carburetors.
You know what? I
You're
want
not allowed to have
remove
1.5
everything
carburetors.
I've said in this conversation, and I want to put the Vespa glove box on the list.
Fuck yeah!
all right?
That is one of the greatest
Yeah.
motorcycle innovations
We got
ever.
9. We got 9 more things that got to come off. There's 9 of us. Should we
is
just go down
impossible.
it?
Fairing.
Should we just
fairing? Get the fairing out.
Okay,
Get the
fairing.
fairing out.
Not
It's not-
top 10.
Can we
Just
talk a
remember,
little
we're
bit
not
about
saying these aren't-
Mid-Ohio and like what's going on? I mean, this guy's got a third input now.
And we're not saying these aren't good things, but we're trying to
Right.
get the
Top
top
Pairing would not
10.
have saved him.
Right.
And I wanted it to be something that we all work on together.
Okay, I want you to take 2 off right now.
Oh shit.
Should maybe we just
Okay, supercharger.
Please do.
Came and went. Blip in time.
Goodbye, supercharger. Whatever.
Maybe we should just have some sort of Jerry Springer final thought. Where
Oh,
we,
shit.
We just say, like, isn't it nice that we've had a moment to sit down and realize how much better things have become?
Right. That's exactly.
No, we must come up with 10, or Liza will not be satisfied.
Yes.
That is true. How about this?
Side by sides.
How about can I list some that I think are that should be in the top 10 and let's get a vote and make sure. Let's lock a few of them down.
Okay.
What about standardization?
No.
I believe standardization. Did we get enough votes? More than half?
You
I
can get
support
used to
standard
anything.
control.
You can get used to anything.
Yeah, I think the majority of the room.
Okay, how
Hey,
about
Liza, I've
It's
got an idea.
racist.
Why
What?
don't we find like the top 3 by applause?
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
there's
Go.
there's still a lot on here.
You're right. But
you wanna-
I'm trying to help everyone.
Okay, let me. How about this?
Rip
I'm
it in
trying-
half. Rip it in half, and then what's left?
How about this?
We can talk about.
Show of hands. Telescoping forks. Telescoping forks. Wow.
Two of you.
It's
Not
out.
top
Really?
10. Not
Kill it.
top 10.
Kill it.
Hydraulic brakes, top 10? Can we
lot
vote
of love
on
for
okay.
brakes. A lot of love for
Hydraulics
brakes.
is going on the list. All right.
Sorry.
How about electric start? Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely electric start.
start.
Who wants to fuck? I mean, kickstarting a bike's okay,
Sucks
but
ass.
Well, we're at vintage days.
electric start. Yeah.
We're at vintage days. I have bruises all up my leg from kickstarting every goddamn bike I've been riding this weekend. I don't want
He's got a fake hip.
I seriously
A lot of
threw a
things you don't
hissy
know it,
fit
but he's got a
today
fake
because
hip.
I was kicking over so many people's bikes for them.
Nick lost a race because he was kicking the bike over and over and over.
I was not going to do anything other than lose the race anyways, but
Just blame the kickstart.
I
man.
didn't
It's all
know
good.
what the definition of kick fucking was until after this weekend.
Yeah, like
So-
I had to fuck start your fucking KU 100.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Nick entered the hair scramble today, and he entered it on a 1974 Vespa Rally 200.
What a hero!
What
Yeah.
With knobbies. With knobbies.
I started.
And I would like to say the letters DNF have never been so majestic because they didn't say DNS. It just said DNF. But he did it. He entered a hair scramble on a Rally 200 Vespa with knobbies on it. It's fantastic. I'm very proud of you for doing that. It's Balls as big as church bells, as far as I'm concerned.
I passed tech, so
You passed tech. You passed tech.
Hey,
they
hey-
didn't know how to tech you.
Hey, Phil, can I have you make a decision between standardization and hand clutch? Which I think is somewhat
I
similar.
actually think they're.
Are
kind
you
of
still
the
going
same.
on about this list?
Yes.
Because they're the same thing. I'll say
those should be merged.
standardization.
Yeah, I agree.
Just remember that standardization includes the hand clutch.
Hey, and by the way, earlier on I talked about the reason that we actually pulled all this crap together was years ago. Serena Van Dyke made us do it, and Serena's right there. And so Serena literally made us do this a couple of years ago. And what you're suffering through right now is all her fault. That's. I know. We love you, Serena. Go buy Kenta tires. Whoop whoop.
All right, let's see. You're having a strong opinion. Let me have you choose between hydraulic valve lifters and water-cooled.
I don't remember
engine.
hydraulic valve lifters ever being nominated.
It was nominated. Hasn't been taken off yet.
That man back there.
Yeah. Between hydraulic valve
Sorry, that
lifters
man.
and water-cooled engines.
Drive fast, take
Ooh, just for racing alone, I'm gonna X. Oh no, shit. I gotta go water cooling over hydraulic valve lifters.
You're
Sorry.
keeping it? Okay.
Yep.
I know. And another one.
all the Desmo
unsubscribes from
guys are
Noco
like,
Moto.
yes. Desmo, yes.
How about electric ignition versus overhead cams?
overhead cams.
Overhead
Electric
cam.
ignition.
I would actually.
I like
go
me a
with
good set of
electric
points,
ignition.
but
I'm gonna
I think
give
I have
all
to go
of you
electric
points.
ignition also.
I mean,
all get
timing
points.
advance, that's so important.
Yeah.
True.
You really do need that. Otherwise, you'd have to do it on the grip.
Yeah, my Lambretta does not have advanced.
So we're
It's
keeping
a
overhead
problem.
cams?
It's
Again, where are the push rod people?
That's not fair. You have to keep both of those on the list.
All right.
Rematch up because
I support that.
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Keep
Okay.
those.
Keep
going.
Those are number one
All
and
right.
two.
Well, we still have.
Let's get
how
through
about
this.
standardization versus durability and affordability?
standardization.
Standardization.
Yep. Durability and affordability. Fuck
Wow. All right. How about 12 volt versus adjustable controls? 12 volt system.
it. Oh, definitely 12 volt.
12
system.
volt.
Adjustable controls is gone. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about mag rims versus tubeless?
Tubeless.
Well, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So just
So
smush them
keep
together.
mag rims.
Say it, call it
Smush them
tubeless.
together. Just say
Keep mag
tubeless.
rims.
Write down
All
Comstar.
right.
They're tubeless mag rims.
Yeah.
Right, if you keep it tubeless, you get both, so you're cool. Yeah.
All right. Electric bikes and.
Take electric bikes off.
Take it off.
Take it off. Okay, we've got e-start, e-ignition, hydraulic brakes, telescoping forks, mag
17,
rims,
25, 27.
water-cooled,
That's 10.
overhead
We're done.
cams.
We're done.
Pan American suspension.
And a partridge.
Did that make it?
Oh, that no, that's got to be.
What?
God damn it!
That didn't make it.
All right, I think we've got it. I think.
We did it, everybody.
Okay, now we have to put it in order.
We fixed what wasn't broken. Yay!
Redo.
Now we're going to go through the audience, and you get to take one back on the list. No.
No.
No, I think this.
Now the
I think,
You want to read it off?
Okay, so
begins.
I know you're gonna do it. You're gonna read it. In the meantime, while you're putting that together, real quick, who here this weekend? And I'm looking for anybody who here has seen the very elusive Honda Hunter Cub Trail 125. Has anyone seen one? They're brand new. They're red. They look like a bike called the Trail 110 from the 1980s, and they're called a Trail 125.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that a vintage bike that's been remade is popular?
I'm saying
Kind of
I've seen
innovative?
377 of them.
Yeah.
I have never seen a bike so prolific at Mid-Ohio since the advent of the Trail 70.
Well, you had one last year.
Yeah,
There was one here last year because
my loser buddy has one. He rides it all around.
But I'm not kidding. No bike has had a surge of popularity in 1 year. The Honda dealers have got to be love-hating that bike because everybody wants them. And it's like, I talked to a dealer today, and he's like, yeah, we're straight up telling people it's a 6-month wait to give you a date when yours might arrive.
I'm holding
And
out for
that's
the ST 125.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's at the STD 125.
Yes.
The standard model. Got it.
That would be even better.
You
well, we were so good at knocking them off, we got it down to 9.
Excellent.
So
one back.
Even better.
I
Top
put
nine list.
durability and affordability back on because it is the Cub. I
Because
mean,
the Honda Cub has to
it's
win
changed
every
the world.
motorcycle shootout ever.
It's changed the world. So,
Yeah, I know you think it should be the Trail. I'm sorry. It's the Cub.
all right. So our list is top 10 innovations of all time in motorcycling, and we all created this together. So this is going in print. This is it. Yeah, the hydraulic brake
You're
system.
complicit.
The electric start, the standardization, I agree. Electric ignition, yep. Telescoping forks, mag rims, liquid cooling, overhead cams, 12-volt system, and durability and affordability.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love it.
It's a solid.
I know motorcycle magazines that would publish that if we wanted to go back in time to old technology.
Hey,
No.
That's right.
before we end this, is everyone having a great time at AMA Vintage Days?
And who's ready for the monsoon? Oh, okay, all right. You got all your pop-ups tied down to everything? Yeah. And here's a tip. If you see a pop-up coming at you, do not try to run in a straight line. Zigzag. It confuses them. Yeah, they will hunt you down. This is serpentine.
You zig, it zags.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
it.
like to say.
Yeah, that's it.
So, where are we going to go after this?
We're going to go back to our campsite for a little recharge. We're going to
Yeah.
go back into the campsite. If you're in the campgrounds and you go as far into the back corner of the campgrounds you can go, usually if it's dark, you'll just smell the smell of burning rubber. Then you're in the right place.
And painkillers.
And if you go back into the corner, you guys are going to have a great time too because you're going to get to see the dirty underbelly of the AMA Vintage Days.
I'd like to throw a little quick shout out to the Louisville Moto Podcast. That has 12 listeners.
Right.
12 listeners. 13. So like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Monetization, baby.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, and hey, and I want to give some advice to him, which I think we all can stand behind. Because I think the one thing that is kind of common
would this be unsolicited advice?
Yeah, unsolicited advice. I may be known for giving that. One thing I think it is a common theme between all of ours is we do it because we love to do it, not because we're looking for accolades or anything.
We did it
just
because
love to do
winter
it.
is fucking cold. We did it
Yeah.
because it was too cold to go in the garage and work on our motorcycles, but we still wanted to talk about them and smoke cigarettes and drink beer. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in it for the $13 we've made over the last 9 years.
And I wanted to give a big thanks because I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. They're all the people who come out to see us, who stop by and say hi to us. We love it.
And brought
when
us
you come and
bottles of
visit.
brown liquor.
We love it.
Yeah. But mostly to the Cleveland Moto gang for inviting us all to be a part of this.
And we will constantly invite humans to come to Mid-Ohio. That's why there's over 30,000 people here.
This 30,000 nut jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, 30,000 lost souls and broken toys. This is one of the most insane things. I started coming to it 2 years before it was here at the racetrack, and it was a different event then. So for the past 20 years, it's been here at Mid-Ohio, and it's grown into this insanity that you see here. And then unlicensed competition is everywhere, and it just seems to work. And only like a modicum of helicopters show up, and which is kind of good. I got to give it to all you guys for trying to stay out of the helicopters. That's cool, because it is fun, and you guys should go out and embrace it.
Can I add to that? When you guys see the AMA posting stuff about vintage days throughout the year and stuff, anywhere, it doesn't matter what social media, get on there and like say how great of a time you had and let them know how awesome this
Or tell them
event is.
tell them how they screwed the pooch. Because a couple of years ago, the porta potties were a crime scene.
They fixed it.
And they fixed
that
it.
poor guy who gave up his Harley Davidson bandana to put it on the top of the pile that was 3 inches above the lid. Oh.
As a warning to others, so you go in and you're just like, oh. It's like, because sometimes you want to do a porta potty in and out quick as you can do it. But if you did
also
that,
too, AMA membership. I mean, join, please.
Well, so now that we're working on our top 10 list of thank yous, I would like to add to that the AMA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Show of hands. Who's an AMA member? Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm actually 2 members because Serena hooked me up one year. I was like, she's like, Phil, your membership's about to expire. So I like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And then my other membership came around, and I had 2 memberships. I wanted to have 2 bikes towed at the same time in the worst way. I was just like, because I have enough dodgy bikes, I could make that happen. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think we're ready to get out of here.
Let's get out of here. You guys remember to ride fast and take chances. John.
Bum 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 bum.
Press the red button. Somebody press the
Thanks
damn
everyone
red
for coming. We really appreciate it.
Cool.